Hey everyone, MSX here, and just spur of the moment, I decided why not make a pickups video. So I have here the games I got within the last couple months. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to be showing off first the new system, and then we'll go retro. However, all my new systems are going to be Wii U games, because, well, that's the latest thing that came out of my interest. So, yes. First game is, of course, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. One of the best racing games akin to Mario Kart. I really do love how you control a boat, a plane, and a car all within a race. You transform in the middle of the races, and even the tracks transform and change. Lap 1 and 2 may not be the same thing as lap 3, necessarily. Um, Definitely something that Mario Kart doesn't seem to be able to hold a torch up to. If Nintendo can do something like this, then Nintendo is, well, will be king again. But right now, I think Sega is sort of taking the kart racing with this game, in my opinion. Definitely one of the best racing games I've ever played. Yeah, here's a look at the front. And our trusty back. Got Danica, Patrick, and Wreck-It Ralph in there. Your support controllers. And a little Nintendo Network information. Unlock additional content. There is DLC planned. I believe there was just a little poll that Sumo did to see if they could get some DLC ideas for this game. So there will be actual DLC. It sort of seems weird to see actual DLC from Sega and Nintendo, or DLC on a Nintendo console that isn't on the disc DLC, more so from Sega too. And this is the bonus edition, so we have Outrun Bay, Metal Sonic, and even though I thought stickers were in the game, I guess it's probably just some bonus edition stickers. But yeah, that's Wii U game numero uno. Second Wii U game I have here to show off is Nintendo Land. I haven't played this yet, actually. I've been preoccupied with my other Wii U games, being that and then the next one. But there are lots of mini games based off of other games. Tons of multiplayer games, too. From what I've seen, this is a really good game. I mean, it's almost like compilation. It's one game, but yet there are tons of other games in here. My opinion, this game is worth the price, and definitely a welcome bonus if you get the Wii U Deluxe Edition, because this comes packaged in. Definitely something you should need to pick out if you get the basic. If you get the deluxe, definitely something you need to play. And that's something I will be playing as well pretty soon, because my next game is New Super Mario Bros. U. I choked there. I did just finish the game, well, up to the final boss, which is why I'm going to play that soon. Got 1 out of 3 Wii games down, Wii U games. And what more is there to say? It's New Super Mario Bros. Wii with the HD coated paint. Although, to be honest, I was sort of disappointed. It seems more like they just ripped the models from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It doesn't seem all, well, like the title says, that new. However, nonetheless, it's still an amazing game. It's great fun, especially with multiplayer. Definitely a must-get if you have a Wii U, and considering how there's not many Wii U games out right now, definitely something you're going to end up owning. Yeah, let's see, what's this Nintendo Network? Downloadable content. Huh. And for some reason, Sonic's said downloadable content differently. Miiverse, both games have that. I'm not sure what DLC Nintendo has planned for this, because I just saw that. There's your controllers that supports. Yeah, I'm spending way too much time just gawking at the box, but definitely a must-get. These three games are the must-gets, in my opinion. And now we get to go retro. Let's start off with my most recent, or second recent, console edition, which would be my Sega Saturn. Because Wii U would be my most recent edition, this would be second. Anyways, this is an amazing game. As you can see, I did go out of my way to get the long jewel cases just so it would match my Saturn collection to come. Definitely an amazing game, one of the best for the Sega Saturn. This is basically like your Mario for a Sega system. Or not Mario, more I'm gonna say more like Metroid or Link. I mean, it's not Sega's flagship, that would be Sonic, but this is like another one of their flagships. Yeah. You're basically flying around with 2D like controls, but if you run out of power and well, you end up walking on the ground and you have the three full 3D environment controls. This game also looks beautiful for the Saturn, and many fans say this is something that only the Saturn could pull off. You could not port this to a PlayStation. And yeah, a must-get for the Sega Saturn, I will say. Must-have. Really amazing game. However, we're gonna kill that lovely tone or pace with a game that's a little slower, which would be Myst. As you can see, its case unfortunately isn't in pristine condition. Problem with Sega Saturn and Sega CD cases are these are extremely fragile cases. And not only that, they're irreplaceable, unlike a regular Jewel CD case. It's a point-and-click adventure, unfortunately, but this has got a massive cult following, and this game did spawn tons of sequels. So I decided, hey, why not pick it up and give it a shot? I do love the eerie atmosphere of this thing, I will say, with the, what feels like you're on a abandoned island. However, it's, as you can see from the pictures, you got buildings on it. So yeah, I can't really recommend this game right now. I have to try to make it further in before I could say anything. And I also haven't really seen much of this game either, which is why I can't really say something. Nintendo Land I've tried before, which is why I could say. This game, unfortunately, I just can't really say anything about it right now. And now, we got Virtual Boy. We got Mario Tennis. You saw this, of course, with my Virtual Boy unboxing. And I will say I'm not a sports game fan, so I just didn't really play this one that much. However, when Boxer became a little tricky, I decided to pop this in and play it, and at first I found the controls were sort of wonky when it came to trying to hit the ball, the hit detection, but once you start playing it, it's actually a pretty good game, I must say. When I was playing this, I ended up slipping into an hour play with the Virtual Boy. And surprisingly, I felt nothing from that thing. So yeah, Mario Tennis, of course, if you have Virtual Boy, get it. Since there's not many games for the Virtual Boy, of course, you're going to want to get this. And these things are everywhere. There are as many as these things that are Virtual Boys because these came packaged with the Virtual Boys. So even if you're just gonna look up a Virtual Boy to buy, chances are you might find this game with it. Pretty good game, actually. Another game I got here is Telero Boxer or Telero Boxer. Telero Boxer. How the heck you pronounce this thing? It's actually a first-person punch-out where you're a giant, or where you're a robot, and, well, you actually use both D-pad to control each hand individually, and you have to get really into this game, because this game, oh boy, this game, it's like harder than NES hard. I barely made it past the first opponent, and I can't even shave off a quarter of the second opponent's health before he kills me. But yeah, I will say this game is actually pretty good. However, I'm just finding it a little too hard for me right now. I'm getting my butt handed to me over and over again. But it's definitely a Virtual Boy game worth looking at, unlike Waterworld, apparently. I haven't played Waterworld, but almost everyone says it's terrible. And now we get to move to Dreamcast, my favorite system, and my biggest pickups for it. So starting off with the older pickup first, we have here Shenmue. As you can see, this thing ended up at a GameStop at one point way back when. Like Myst, I haven't gotten that far into it, but also like Myst, it's got a giant cult following. Even to this day, there's still fans hammering Sega for Shenmue 3. So I decided to pick up Shenmue 1. As you can see, this game's ginormous if it has this special CD case. It actually comes on 3 CDs and then a 4th bonus disc. From what I've seen, I could see how this game can be really fun. I've only just started it right now, so I can't really say anything, but from what everyone says, this is a must-have for the Dreamcast, so I'm going to go with their I'm going to go with their word, and well, that's where we are now. I have this game, and hopefully that's something I won't be disappointed with. It's an action RPG. And now my 3 recent pickups that I just picked up today. First up, probably one of my favorite games, Jet Grind Radio. This is known as Jet Set Radio everywhere else. Why the heck they changed the name for the US, I don't know. And in fact, I've been playing this game on my iPhone, so I'm used to calling it Jet Set Radio because they changed the name back. This is an amazingly fun game. You're basically just running around, tagging things, and then running from the police afterwards. And these police mean business when they bring in aircopters that shoot missiles at you. Yeah, just for skating around and tagging. Really fun game, one of the best games, in my opinion, on the Dreamcast. You definitely need to pick this up if you have a Dreamcast or want a Dreamcast. Definitely a must get. This thing's on the iPhone. It was recently re-released on the Vita. There's a sequel, Jet Grind Radio Future. I don't remember what system that came out for, but this thing is practically everywhere. I believe it was also on GameCube, I think. Either or, there's not a single reason why you shouldn't own this. It's I want to say practically everywhere. Speaking of fun games, I get now my first white label Dreamcast game, Crazy Taxi. Yes, I do have Sonic Adventure, but that's the All-Stars, so it was black. I was hoping to get mostly black Dreamcast labels just so they all match. Crazy Taxi came out right slab in the middle of the Dreamcast lifespan, 2000. And I'm not sure how its sales did, if it had enough to warrant a re-release with the All-Stars and black label. But yeah, this is a really, really fun. This is also my favorite arcade game. I don't really play arcade games, but definitely a arcade classic, Dreamcast classic, just all around amazing classic game. I mean, what more can you want from a game? You're a taxi driver, and you're taking people on the ride of their life and earning big bucks from it. I mean, if you don't have this game, you have a Dreamcast, what's wrong with you? Seriously, get this game. It's like Jet Grind Radio, one of my favorites for the system. I just now got this. I've been borrowing my friends, which is why I didn't really need a physical copy, but I want a physical copy for my own collection. Speaking of best games for the Dreamcast, now we have basically what everyone else considers the must-have or system you're basically your Mario for the Dreamcast, which would be Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, I'm so glad to finally have this in my collection. I just have not had the best of times trying to find one of these locally. I use the term local loosely since I have to drive so far, but yeah, I finally got one here. And this is probably considered, no, not probably, it is considered the best 3D Sonic game ever. However, I sort of beg to differ. I'm sorry, I just really like Sonic Unleashed. The Warhog I did like a little bit until they really abused the stages in the game towards the middle to end. But this would probably be, in terms of story, my second favorite Sonic game, or 3D Sonic game. In terms of gameplay, it's sort of not, believe it or not the top like everyone else. Mostly because Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations are just really fun as well. So, yeah, but nevertheless, this is considered one of the best Sonic games ever, and I can certainly see why. I do find most of this enjoyable. The only part I just don't like is just the treasure hunting stages. Those can go die in a fire, especially with how much they nerfed the Emerald Radar from Sonic Adventure 1. But yeah, must have. If you have a Dreamcast, you're probably going to have this game as well. My most recent Dreamcast pickups are definitely all the must-have apps for Dreamcast. The killer apps, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, that's a little look at what I picked up recently. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully, if I get a nice big batch of games within a decent time span, I could do another one of these pickup videos. But yeah, that's basically it for now. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.